Have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve success effortlessly while others struggle despite their best efforts? Today, we're exploring the concept of intrinsic motivation, an integral driver of achievement often overlooked. Imagine a force from within that propels you towards success, a drive that's not external but deeply rooted within you. This is intrinsic motivation, a powerful catalyst for success. Stay with us as we delve deeper into the power of intrinsic motivation. Through the compelling story of a person who achieved success by tapping into this inner drive. Meet Ramesh, a young man from a small village in India who had a dream bigger than his surroundings allowed. Ramesh's story is not just about overcoming adversity. It's about the indomitable spirit of an individual, fueled by intrinsic motivation. In the heart of India, in a modest village, Ramesh was born to a family of humble means. Despite the financial constraints, his parents nurtured an environment of love and learning. Ramesh, from a very young age, found himself captivated by the world of science. The way the universe worked, the laws of physics, the dance of molecules, they all fascinated him. His dreams were larger than his small village, and his passion for learning was insatiable. Living in a resource-limited environment, Ramesh had his fair share of challenges. Limited access to quality education, scarcity of learning resources, and the societal pressure to earn a livelihood early in life. But these obstacles didn't deter him. Instead, they fueled his intrinsic motivation, his love for science, his passion for learning, and his dream to make a difference were his driving forces. Ramesh would walk miles to the nearest library to quench his thirst for knowledge. He'd spend hours under the dim light of a kerosene lamp, poring over borrowed books, immersing himself in a world far beyond his village. His intrinsic motivation wasn't sparked by the promise of a reward or the fear of punishment. It was ignited by his innate love for learning and his unwavering determination to rise above his circumstances. His relentless pursuit of knowledge paid off when he earned a scholarship to one of the most prestigious universities, a place where his dreams could take flight. His story serves as an inspiration to many, a living testament to the power of intrinsic motivation. Ramesh's story is a testament to the power of intrinsic motivation. He didn't need external rewards or recognition to fuel his drive. His motivation came from within. But what exactly is intrinsic motivation and how does it fuel success? Let's dive into the science behind this powerful internal drive. Intrinsic motivation is a psychological concept rooted in the work of psychologists Edward Deci and Richard Ryan. Their self-determination theory, formulated in the 1970s, explains that intrinsic motivation is the drive to engage in an activity for its own sake, for the sheer enjoyment and satisfaction it brings. It's the force that compels us to learn a new language because we're fascinated by its sound, to solve a puzzle merely for the thrill of the challenge, or to paint a picture because we love the feel of the brush against the canvas. Unlike extrinsic motivation, intrinsic motivation doesn't rely on external rewards or punishments. It's not about chasing a promotion, avoiding a poor grade, or even winning a trophy. Instead, it's driven by our innate need for autonomy, competence, and relatedness. We want to have control over our actions, to feel capable and effective in what we do, and to connect with others in meaningful ways. Research has shown that intrinsic motivation leads to higher quality learning and creativity. It fosters deep engagement, resilience, and long-term persistence. When we are intrinsically motivated, we're more likely to overcome obstacles, persist in the face of difficulty, and ultimately achieve our goals. And because this motivation comes from within, it's a sustainable and renewable source of energy. Intrinsic motivation also contributes to personal satisfaction. When we pursue activities that align with our values and interests, we experience a sense of fulfillment and joy that external rewards can't match. We're not just ticking boxes or chasing accolades. We're growing, learning, and making meaningful contributions. Intrinsic motivation, then, is the fire that fuels our desire to learn, grow, and achieve without the need for external rewards or recognition. It's the inner spark that illuminates our path to success, guiding us towards activities that bring us joy and satisfaction. So how do we fan this flame and use it to fuel our personal and professional success? Stay tuned as we explore this in the next scene. Now that we understand the power of intrinsic motivation, how can we tap into this inner drive to fuel our own success? Let's start by peeling back the layers and identifying what truly matters to us. What are the activities that make us lose track of time? What are the tasks that we would do even if no one was watching or even paying? These are clues to your intrinsic motivators, the passions and interests that naturally drive you. Next, try to incorporate these interests and passions into your everyday activities. If you love reading, for instance, can you incorporate more of that into your work or study routine? The more we align our actions with our natural inclinations, the more intrinsically motivated we become. Another important strategy is to focus on the process, not just the outcome. Think of it as savoring the journey rather than just rushing to the destination. This shift in perspective can make tasks more enjoyable and fulfilling, boosting our intrinsic motivation. It's about finding joy in the doing, not just the achieving. Moreover, setting personal goals that are meaningful to you can also fuel your intrinsic motivation. These should be goals that excite you, that challenge you, and most importantly, that resonate with your personal values and ambitions. Additionally, it's essential to cultivate a growth mindset. This means viewing challenges as opportunities for learning and growth, rather than as obstacles. With a growth mindset, we are more likely to be intrinsically motivated to push through difficulties and persist in our endeavors. Lastly, remember to celebrate the small wins along the way. Each step forward, no matter how small, is progress, and celebrating these milestones can enhance our sense of satisfaction and accomplishment, further stoking our intrinsic motivation. So to harness your intrinsic motivation, look inward. Identify your passions and interests, align your actions with these. Focus on the journey, set personal goals, cultivate a growth mindset, and celebrate your wins. Remember, like Ramesh, success is not just about achieving a goal, it's about the journey you take to get there. And intrinsic motivation is the fuel that can power this journey. In conclusion, the power of intrinsic motivation cannot be understated. We've journeyed through Ramesh's inspiring story, delved into the compelling science behind intrinsic motivation, and explored how to harness it. This invisible force can drive us to achieve extraordinary heights, inspiring us to stretch beyond our limits. It's the internal compass guiding us towards success, fueled not by external rewards, but by our own passion, curiosity, and desire for growth. So next time you find yourself striving for success, remember, it's not just about the destination, but also the journey. And with intrinsic motivation, that journey can be a rewarding and fulfilling one.